Oh my god, this game is amazing! That was me about 15 years ago. I'm not gonna pretend that this game changed my life or anything, but when I think of nostalgia, I think about this game. It was one of my very first games I've ever owned, and I wanted to take this time to really talk about this game in detail. The reasons why I love it so much, and so many other people love this game. And without further ado, I'm ready!
Oh, Bikini Bottom, a well-fleshed out land of colorful characters. What kind of pickle do we find our heroes in today?
One thing.
You push this out. That does it. More trouble than...
Okay, hold on. All right, let's back up a bit.
Clinton has birthed a robot army to steal the Krabby Patty formula, but unfortunately, he set his machine to do not obey. The dumb boy. So naturally, they run amok. Our heroes, that being Spongebob and Patrick, personally feel responsible. Something to do with cookies and horses. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. They believe they caused this problem along with millions of dollars of property damage, lost lives, assumably. So they decide they must fix this mess. And I can't think of a better tutorial level. You can explore SpongeBob's house and learn the basics of the game. Admittedly, they have quite a bit of dialogue boxes, but they're extremely skippable, so like, alright, no, that's a typewriter. Not a fax machine, not a phone, something that requires physical input. Mr. Krabs broke into our house in the dead of the night. I can't rest easy anymore.
What was that?
Hello, I like money.
Did you do this to my house, Mr. Krabs? What are you? Are you even the real Mr. Krabs?
That's funny though. That is not Mr. Krabs. In fact, Mr. Krabs is in rarely any SpongeBob video game. It's very weird. Does he not like voice acting in video games? He was in Detroit Become Human. So like, he likes video games, but it's weird. I don't know. It's a fun fact. Thought I'd share.
He demands shiny objects, which is this game's currency. And in return, he'll give you a golden spatula, which is this version's of Power Stars or Jiggies. You'll want these to progress through the game. And our other collectible is Patrick's socks. The robots hid these socks everywhere. Every 10 you bring back, Patrick will give you a golden spatula. So these are basically the blue coins of this game.
Only you don't have to save after every one you collect. Fight me, Sunshine Community. I'm just kidding, don't. I know you're very passionate. I'm sorry.
One of the first spatulas you'll collect is on top of SpongeBob's house, which is basically to test your platforming abilities. And a little on the left, we got the golden underpants. This is basically just an extra hit. The game is pretty easy. I didn't even collect all of them, so I could make this a touch more challenging. Now, you can even go into these houses. Squidward's, Patrick's, the Krusty Krab, even Sandy's Tree Dome. Oh my god, SpongeBob, what happened to you? Reason number one, why this game is so good. They could have done nothing here. They could have kept in-game models. No one would have thought differently of them. Every SpongeBob game does it, but they decided to go the extra mile. So they could have either put a helmet on top of SpongeBob, but no, they decided to go the horror route. And I love them for that. The first level is Jellyfish Fields. They probably could have gotten away with just having a flat field. Had you collect some jellyfish and had you go on your way, but no! Someone sat down and said, let's have the first level, scaling a mountain, with bungee jumping, platforming, well-designed enemies, sliding, teleporting boxes, enemy gauntlets, rewarding players for exploring, wall jumps, another freaking character with throwing fruit to push buttons and freeze lakes, and more exploring, more sliding, more puzzle solving, and at the end, we'll have them face off against a badass boss, and have them sliding down a giant mountain and mad with power!
Alright, let's take the time to explore this level. See why it's such a great beginning level.
This level slowly shows you what you'll be facing in this game, showing you each enemy type as you go along, and different ways you can collect spatulas. Bungee jumping, a hook grab SpongeBob by the underwear, and you can collect objects at the bottom. The physics here are very fun, and it can be a little more challenging as the game goes on, but I mean, not by much. The whole area is easy to explore, and it funnels you into a direction you need to go. It's open world, but greatly shows you where the next area is without a sign that says this way or an arrow pointing you where you need to go. Eventually, you stumble upon Patrick, and you can play this man. He plays a little different from SpongeBob. He's a strong boy, so he can pick up these things, watermelons or throw fruits, as you want to say, that can hit far-off buttons and freeze fruits, which can freeze lakes so you can explore areas, usually finding these hidden things, both of which are used frequently in the game and have limited time before decaying, which leads to some interesting puzzles. He can also stun robots with his belly flop, then lift these enemies up for another projectile attack. And for being one of the most dim characters in the show, he maybe has one of the most puzzle elements in this game. Who wants to hear a fun fact? This tree right here, that's poop.
I mean, obviously not. It's a tree, but someone was having a hard time texturing this, went to go use the bathroom and said, I can work with this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was really gross. Let's move on.
Eventually, you'll find yourself face to face with a boss. The whole level, people are warning you about this King Jellyfish and what an adversary he is. But you'll need his jellyfish jelly to soothe your friend Squidward's sting. A fairly easy boss fight, but a great beginning one. Then it's down the slide, and after you give the jellyfish jelly to Squidward, you can move on to the next part of this game, downtown Bikini Bottom. Here you'll learn another ability, the Spongebob, which actually doesn't get used too much in this game. You know, I'm only now realizing that, but maybe it's for the best. It's kind of hard to control. As a kid, this level stumped me a lot, especially this part right here. But as a big boy, Crispy, I could breeze right through it. You can branch off to these other areas and these parts too. The Sea Needle. This area best shows off the more challenging side of bungee jumping slightly, and you get another playable character in this game, Sandy Cheeks. Sandy is great. She has easily one of the best platforming segments in this game, mostly because of her lasso that can have her gliding from rooftop to rooftop. She can even attach herself to floating Texases because she's from Texas. Because of her mobility, she can easily perform a lot of sequence breaking in this game. And she definitely feels like the most powerful character. She can attack mostly everyone with her lasso, but she can leave herself open a lot as she does it. A small little detail I love in this is the enemy gauntlet thing. When the floor breaks, it breaks off into puzzle pieces. I don't know why I love it, but I really do. Goo Lagoon shows how creative this team was. They took some liberties in this game to really make their levels pop. I don't remember a giant sandcastle in the show when this game came out, but they're like, fuck it, let's make it. I still remember seeing this for the first time, and I was like, oh, I want to explore that. You go inside, and the starter starts rising, and you have to keep advancing to different platforms to escape it. I mean, it's no problem for me now, but as a kid, this was the most intense, most blood-boiling excitement I have ever experienced. The cave was scary for me as a child, but looking at it now has some nice atmosphere. I always love seeing other parts of levels inside of levels. Like, look, here's a hole, and you can see a far-off place that is the next level. It looks fun, and I want to explore it. Maybe it's the water rising parts that made it a little more, maybe not like the cave. Yeah, no, you know what? I still struggle with it. Best thing in this level, though, the carnival. I still really want a glove world in this game, but the carnival, mwah, slides, ice skating, bumper carts, a Ferris wheel, teacups, whack-a-mole, bungee jumping, trampolines that function way different than any other one in the game. If you come back with the bowling power-up, you can play skee ball. After that, I knew I had to buy this game twice. Some of these things don't reward you for interacting with them. They're literally just here, just so you can have fun with them. Your main goal in this level is to collect the suntan lotion, because Larry is looking a little red. Ha! You can line up the light towers in this one, and when you make it to the island, you can point the last one at this guy, and the lotion is yours. Or if you were a dumb kid like me and didn't know how to solve this simple puzzle, you can just come here with the cruise bubble and attack him. Alright, 3 levels down. Got a lot more to go, so let's maybe try to speed this up a little bit. After you beat these 3 areas, you'll be able to fight against the Robo Sandy in the Poseidon. All these characters in this game have been transformed into robot versions, and they have this threatening aurora behind them. Like, Sandy straight up loses her head, and she keeps fighting the legend. Her self-destruct button is right under her head. So in some way, you want to try to keep attacking her head as Spongebob or Patrick. And each part has you mixing something up to attack her, which makes this feel like a great boss fight. But admittedly, is very easy. Once you defeat her, you unlock the Sponge Bowl, where Spongebob can throw a little bowling ball. Cute, right? The Merma Lair. This is one of the more darker levels in the game. You'll have some more puzzles that I really hate. I'm not sure what I did, but I did do it.
Well done.
And this long Rube Goldberg machine. No one likes this level. Maybe it'd be fun if I got to see the ball going through this thing, but mostly you want to keep it on the tracks as you go. Yeah, nope, I get it. I get why everyone hates this. You do get to fight a new boss though. He's okay. All right, next one. Rock Bottom was such an interesting and scary episode. I like its atmosphere. Here, well, the area here looks fine. This is one of Battle Bikini Bottom's more weaker levels. There's no real clear direction in this level. I always feel lost. Whenever I play this game, I try to skip most of these levels, but the museum is kind of nice. I like the concept art on the walls, and I love the platforming thing.
Yeah, so these platforms aren't too bad. Literally, so they want you to, like, kind of sneak past them. So that means you go on your tippy toes. If I can make it work correctly, you want to sneak. Ta-da! I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Wow! But it doesn't always work. So, actually, the best way that I like doing this is just kind of going for it, booking it. And it's got a really nice, satisfying rhythm to it. Look at that. Look how just fun that is. I wish they would have done more of these in the game. Bam, 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 boom. How fun is that? Should have done more. It's only in this level. I don't know why.
The only other thing I like in this level is the bus. And that's about it. Moving on. Sand Mountain. I love this level. It's so fun sliding in this game. And this level is just a sliding level.
But here is where we've reached a little bit of a problem.
If you want to go on branching paths in this game, you'll need a lot of shiny objects. But I find I won't nearly have enough even when taking my time to destroy enemies and tikis. So there's only one thing we have to do. Grind. My personal favorite place to grind in this game is the sand castle.
So here I am in front of my ugly couch. So this is the best way, in my opinion, to get shiny objects in the game. So literally, you're gonna do this over and over again. Damn it. Okay, let's try that again. Gonna just jump over here, jump on this barrel. Best way to get shiny objects in the game if you're not a speedrunner and don't have know-how with that. Literally, just do this process right here, over and over again. So you can see right there, boom. You roughly get, I think when I did the math, a little over 600 every time. So yeah, you just want to keep doing that.
I'm gonna jump up here, over here, up here.
And rinse and repeat until you feel satisfied. And I'm never satisfied.
I've seen the speedrun community go a different route, and
Give me some 30s, boys.
you'll need some real talent to do that. Nah, I'll stick to my routine. Thank you. Oh, okay. I think I have enough. All right, back to Sand Mountain. Every level you get is an opportunity to challenge a racer's score. So you'll get easily 2 spatulas for every track. But if you fall, it'll take you halfway back up to the track, to your last checkpoint. And guess what? It doesn't restart the timer. I find this so annoying. It doesn't even let you do it till you get back to them. But I really do like advertisements in games. It really can make a game feel alive. And you do all these fun shortcuts. So yeah, good level.
But that was nothing. Now we're at my favorite boss in the game. Patrick.
This boss is amazing. I hear a lot of people find these bosses weak in the game, and I can see their point. In some cases, yes, it is easy. I just let Patrick twirl around and it gets all dizzy, and then I attack him from behind. But as the boss fight progresses, they mix it up. You'll get a different character, and you'll switch up the way that you need to be attacked him. That was bad phrasing on my... What was I trying to say there? You will find a different way to attack him. Okay, there we go. The last part of this has you bubble bowling on these conveyor belts. I don't care who you are. This part is not easy. Oh, I did it! Oh. Alright, never mind. This game is garbage. Maybe what's my favorite part is trying to save Squidward. He's running for his life. Patrick freezes Squidward, and he's stuck in pain, unable to move, knowing that Patrick is gonna eat him. It's horrific. Look at this character model. Terrifying. SpongeBob later too gets himself frozen, and look at him, disjointed, horrifying. Look how pissed off that makes Sandy. Don't you feel her motives? And once you save him, you give Squidward a little back massage, which is adorable, and then SpongeBob poops. There is way too many potty jokes in this game. And with that boss defeated, we unlock the final move, the cruise boost, and we're on the final part of this game. And we can go to the Krusty Krab too! Yes! I love exploring all these characters' areas, and now all I want to do is go into the kitchen. Let me in, please! The last stage in this game is SpongeBob's dream. You can enter everyone else's dream too. Sandy's is a slide level, and my favorite one in the game, with Tetsuses everywhere. Squidward's level is a challenging platforming area. Mr. Krabs' area is like a robot rush kind of thing, which was always a struggle, so I cheesed it as a kid. You're supposed to fight these guys, and whenever someone dies, a new platform appears. Pro tip, just attack from afar. And last is Patrick's dream. Nothing is going on here in Patrick's head. That's pretty good, but this level did really scare me as a kid. Hello? Is anyone there? Help? Please, I feel alone. Where's the exit? I can't find it!
Well, that's the end of that stage. I still have a lot more golden spatulas to do, so I think we're gonna have to backtrack.
it! Alright, let's go. SpongeBob, a huge, towering menace, fitting last boss in this game, along with Robot Plankton. In order to stop these two, we must defeat ourselves. This level messed me up as a kid. I still look like this when I play it. Need to attack his poor looking things with the cruise bubble, and dodge Plankton's attacks as well, but that's more or less it. After which, the robot grows twice its size, and we give chase. This entire last area of the game is just one big enemy gauntlet. No checkpoints, no extra lives, just you and every skill you've learned along the way, except the sponge roll, and maybe the tiptoes. It's hard, but big boy Crispy got it. And with that last coil, we've won the final boss. SpongeBob tells us there's more robots out there, and the credits roll.
So yeah, that's the end of the game. It's a really good one too. You can tell how much of a love letter this game was. They wanted this game to be really good, not just some crappy tie-in. They wanted it to be ambitious, amazing, and they wanted it to be even more ambitious than it already is.
If you collect 4,000 shiny objects, you can go into the concept art area. Here, they had all these costumes, extra areas like Glove World, and an cut boss. Even further than that, if you put in the bonus content of SpongeBob Season 3 DVD of the Salty Spittoon, we're getting into real obscure territory here now. It says how the game, you could destroy Winnie Hut Jr. and then the Salty Spittoon, both of which don't even make it in any version of the game. The speedrunning community is amazing in this game too. I don't really watch speedruns, but I thoroughly enjoy this community. They do some crazy stuff. What did he even do? This man's insane.
But for some time now, I've wanted to issue myself a bit of a challenge. You see, I've always played this game, but I've never 100%ed it. And considering this entire episode is just a love letter for this game, I figured I'd do something that I've never done before and 100% this thing. So yeah, let's do that. This was a mistake.
All right, there are 2 more areas in this game that I haven't really talked about, and that's because I don't like them. Yes, this game may be my favorite, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. The Flying Dutchman stage is dark, it's confusing, it's got an easy boss fight. There's a lot of wall jumping here, and you really need to master it. It'll start you off easy and slowly get more complicated. Look at this. You need to perfect timing, and it's brutal. If you mess up even once, it'll fling you off, and you'll end up at your last checkpoint. There's a spatula down here too, and it just seems very, I don't know, confusing. How do I get to it? Clearly, there's goo coming out of here, so there's gotta be a button or switch. Oh, these socks are all really hidden, and unlike the spatula, there's no easy way to find them. And you really gotta be experimental. You got one, you need to destroy every object in the Krusty Krab, including these tiny ketchup and mustard bottles. And others, you really gotta be vigilant too. I'm almost done, but I haven't touched the last area of this game. I think everyone agrees that this is the weakest part of the game. You need to find these campers, and they're well hidden. The rock tikis too.
Literally, the first video I came across on the subject matter, they're learning how to biff the tikis. I don't even know if you can do it the correct way.
I can't see anything in this level. It's so dark, and these green leaves mix in with everything else. It's hard even with a walkthrough.
The cave too is such a weak part in this game. You need to find these crystals and give them to Barnacle Boy. However, you can mess it up so easy, and you can even miss in this part too. Duh! Oh my god, it's so challenging. Crystals is just a weak part of this game. I don't like it. This entire level is just very weak. But that is nothing compared to what I have next. The slide level in this game. Oh my goodness. Now it's hard enough just to go down the slide by itself, but no, you also need to beat Mermaid Man's time. And there's nothing easy about this. I've been on this for almost 30 minutes now. I don't think I have time to beat this. I gotta get this episode up. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. Hey, you can do this.
Perseverance is the key!
Okay, fine. I guess I can try again.
I did it!
Bask in my glory!
Isn't there, like, supposed to be a cutscene? Well, maybe alright. No, I think I gotta beat the final boss again.
Are you ready, kids?
There it is!
I did it. Hey, look at that! You did it! Oh, hey. What? Who are you, by the way? I'm supposed to represent your inner child. You didn't really get to do everything you wanted to do in this video, unfortunately. Oh. But hey, it's really cool that you beat it. Yeah, it's really cool, right? Yeah. Well, we also have the internet now, so like, a lot easier. Yep, that wasn't really an option when I was a kid. So, are you gonna do the same thing for rehydrated? Shit! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. They are doing construction like crazy at the moment around my house. But really though, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I spent a lot of hours, man hours on this trying to get it up, and with the amount of work that I've been doing, the lack of sleep, and the amount of just complete non-human hygiene that I've accomplished. So if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it a lot. And as soon as the new game comes out, I'll be talking about that one too. I promise. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye.